In a small village. On one sunny day, there lived a small village in the middle of nowhere. Every day, laughter filled the village, which means that they live a happy life there. There are three families in the village with their son and daughter. There are 10 people in the village known as LeBron, Steph, Darren, Samuel, David, Claire, Celine, Emma, Emily, Elizabeth. These people are the one who live in the village and that are related to one another. There are three families in the village, which the first family includes Darren as the father, Claire as the mother, and Samuel as their son. The second family includes Steph as the father, Celine as the mother, and lastly, uh, Emily as their daughter. And the last family includes David as the father, Emma as the mother, LeBron as their son, and Elizabeth as their daughter. Every day, every morning, they gathered at the cafeteria to eat and talk about what they're gonna do for the day. Now, their activities, they do so much activities. At first, they always play, and then they farm and cook. They do all these activities together. But at night, they gather at a campfire where they talk about what they did for the day. And before they went to sleep, Elizabeth told her mother that she wanted to go to the cafeteria and that she wanted to go alone to grab some food. Yes, food. And on her way to the cafeteria, everything was going normal. She was taking her food, eating some of the snack, and even chilling in the cafeteria. However, she saw a figure standing not far in the dark forest. At first, she thought it could be a horse or other any animals. So she just ignored it and decided to go to the farm to take some tomato and lettuce to make herself a burger. Yes, a burger. After she made herself a burger, she ate it, and after finishing, after she finished eating the burger, she discovered the figure standing not far away from her, a scary, bloody, scary, and terrifying figure. She quickly screamed so loud and ran because he was holding an axe and a gun. She screamed. She kept screaming and screaming, running and running, but luck was not on her side. Eventually, she got so tired that the killer was just right beside her and killed her instantly. She was through off the well. She was through off the well, and Samuel heard the loud scream that Elizabeth made, but Sam was too scared to go out since he was still a kid and he decided to go back to sleep again. The next day, everything was normal until Emma called Elizabeth many times, but she didn't answer. When David, when David had the courage to break in, uh, their head were filled with fear and questions. Where was Elizabeth? They thought. At first, Emma and David thinks positive. Or maybe she was just exploring the woods. But suddenly, bad things came up to their mind. What if she was lost? What if she got killed by a bear? Or even worse, what if she got killed by a hunter? Bad things start to come up to their mind. And eventually, they tell the village about Elizabeth, that Elizabeth was missing and was not in her room. When the village kept searching and calling the name Elizabeth many times, but she didn't answer because she was already dead. The village kept searching and searching. Eventually, after 2 days, the village lost hope searching for her. But David and Emma didn't. They kept searching and searching until one day, when Darren was taking water from the well to get some drink, he discovered a blood all over the water, and he gathered all the foes there. And when they decided to dig in deeper, they found a head and a pair of hands. When David and Emma saw it, they noticed that it was their daughter Elizabeth. Tears filled the village as they knew that Elizabeth was killed. Eventually, after 2 days, David and Emma accepted the death of their daughter. The village was filled with loneliness. No one went out that day. The quietness filled the village for the loss of Elizabeth. They all were sad for her, and it was so quiet because there was Elizabeth was no longer to be there. Eventually, at the night, the killer came back again to do more killing this time, where he decided to kill all of them this time. The killer started his action by breaking into Steph's house, where he killed Steph with his gun. A loud bang was heard by Celine and Emily, wherein they decided to run out. It was the biggest regret of their life. They screamed so loud. Celine tried to run, but the killer quickly threw his axe to Celine's head. Emily backed off, but it was no use since she got killed too. When Darren heard a loud scream, he remembered what happened to Elizabeth last time. She was murdered, and that he woke Samuel and Claire up, and they hid in their hidden bunker. When the killer broke into Darren's house, he found nothing, just an empty house. So he decided to move on and went to the other house, where he broke into David's room and killing all David's families. A rampage was performed by the killer that night. The killer was satisfied that he killed all of the villagers there. After 2 days, Darren and his family decided to go back up again, where they decided to go to the first house. They were terrified. Blood scattered from the floor, walls, and ceilings. Everywhere there was blood. But it was not compared to the second house, where they were even more terrified. A pair of head, body, hand, and legs were hanged in the ceiling. They were so terrified that they think that the killer came back again to find the remaining people. So they decided to stay for another day and pack all the things they need to move to the other village. And the day come, they went out from their bunker and kept searching for a new village. They kept searching and searching until they found a new village that has a larger population, a stronger, more efficient, and much weapons there. They felt safe there, and that's what they think. And they lived a happy life there with no more harm or no more killer to kill them because the village were filled with many people and many weapons. The end.